Chitty Chitty Death Bang is the third episode of the first season of Family Guy, and there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. This is only the third episode that I've ever seen. I am trying to get into Family Guy, and it's a slow, very slow process. I didn't dislike this at all. I came away from it feeling like I maybe enjoyed half of the episode, which is better than nothing. It's actually Stewie's birthday, and I'm not really a fan of Stewie as a character. I know it's early days, that opinion might change, but out of all of the characters, he's the only one currently that I don't like. And it is his birthday, and Lois wants to have a party at Cheesy Charlie's. And this is because previously, when she's had a baby's first birthday, she's spent the entire time working on the party, making the cakes. She's missed all of the important moments. And I think that that's a really important statement for the show to make, that it's more about being present in the child's life and being there for their birthday rather than worrying about organising every tiny detail. And I think considering we're in an age where some parents have these extravagant birthday parties for their young children who will never remember it just so they can get some Instagram photos, maybe you need to reassess your priorities. And this is what Lois is saying. She doesn't want to have to worry about all the tiny details. She just wants to be there. And that seems like that's what's going to happen. Stewie is not fully aware of what the birthday means. And he writes in his diary, he's reflecting on the last year, and he thinks it's time to be returned to the womb. So while everybody in the episode is preparing for the party, Stewie decides to try and go to the airport. It doesn't go according to plan, and, well, not much else happens with Stewie, to be perfectly honest. I didn't really care for his role in this, which might sound like a strange thing considering it's all about his birthday, but I could take it or leave it, but I didn't particularly find it very interesting. Peter goes down to Cheesy Charlie's to pay the deposit, and he gets into a fight with a kid to try and get his watch back, and unfortunately, he's lost the party slot. So he has to go home and tell Lois they're not having the party at Cheesy Charlie's, and he comes up with this very creative story, and I won't spoil everything that happens in it, but it's very well done. I did enjoy that bit. And it ends with him turning into the Hulk. Very creative, very fun. Really thoroughly enjoyed that part of the episode. And he tells Lois, it's fine. We will have the party here. I will make it amazing. And he makes all of these promises about having a petting zoo. And now he has to try and fulfill them. And another bit that I really did enjoy in this episode, the bits that I really liked. And he's trying to get some pigs for the petting zoo, and he goes after the 3 little pigs who end up hiding in their house of bricks. And needless to say, that doesn't go according to plan. Meanwhile, Meg has made a new friend called Jennifer, and she is very, very positive in a way that's kind of concerning. And Meg ends up going to a party with Jennifer, but it's not really the party that she was expecting. I don't think Meg ever realised what was going on, but it turns out that Jennifer was part of a cult, and I don't know how to describe this on YouTube without being demonetised, but let's just say the cult members were going to drink something and they would no longer be of this earth. And I wasn't really sure what would happen with this, and it does actually get a little dark at one point because they do drink this punch, and Meg doesn't, but that was a little dark, but it worked well as part of the episode. And then everybody's having Stewie's party, and Peter's actually managed to get the circus. The circus is in town. He's convinced them to be at the party, so they're not just having to whack this big-ass piñata. It is literally a giant ass. And I do love, something I noticed in the previous episodes as well, is that it's so well written. There are so many puns. And I love puns. I think that when they're done well, they're really fun. And this is absolutely the case here. And the party scene was not too bad. And Peter actually realised that the party was more for Lois than it was for Stewie, because she wants to commemorate the day, which I think is a really good thing, of course. And that's why one of the reasons why she wants to be present and actually enjoy it, rather than worrying about the tiny details, and that's kind of why she wanted to be at Cheesy Charlie's. But her family are all there, and Stewie blows out the candle and makes his wish, and he wishes for a disco, apparently, and they all suddenly are in different costumes and they're disco dancing, and it's a fun way to end the episode. So I didn't mind it. As I said, the good bits I really enjoyed, but there were a lot of bits where I felt kind of indifferent. So I'm not yet in a place where I would call myself a fan of Family Guy, but I certainly don't dislike it. I definitely will watch the next episode. I don't know how long I'll do this for. At the moment, I'm watching one episode a week until maybe I get to a point where I want to watch more. I don't know if I'll stop watching it. I guess if I stop enjoying even bits of it, I'll stop watching it. But at the moment, I have no plans either way. I'd love to know what you think of this episode. I'd love to know if the show gets better, or if the comedy style changes, or if it is just a case of me having to watch a couple of episodes to get a better feel of it, I guess. And I guess the more I build up an emotional connection with the characters, I might find it funnier. Maybe I'll end up liking Stewie as a character. I think I like Brian more now than I did to begin with. I never really had any strong opinions on Brian, but I think I'm actually liking Brian now as a character. So we'll see. It's early days. Chitty Chitty Death Bang is only the 3rd episode, and while I didn't love it, I didn't think it was too bad either.